All right, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all honor, glory, and praise unto Yahweh, Bahasham Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Rakakwadash. Double honors to our apostles and our elders of Great Millstone for teaching us this truth to rule well. This is a brother Izar, and I'm just going to be going into Proverbs, the 20th chapter, in verse 4. All right, which states, the sluggard will not plow by reason of the cold. Therefore shall he beg in harvest and have nothing. All right. So that proverb, all right, can represent nowadays, all right, what we call going out. All right, what we call, presenting your body a living sacrifice, which people may not see it that way, and that's perfectly fine, because we know the truth. We know what is true. All right, we know Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, and we know what is required of us as men of the Lord. So let me read that one more time. Proverbs 20:4. The sluggard, all right, so a slothful man, all right, does not Scripture say be not a sloth, be fervent in business, it says the sluggard will not plow by reason of the cold. All right, the sluggard will not plow by reason of the cold. One says the slothful man will not roast how does it go? It's in the book of Proverbs also, but it says the sluggard will not roast basically the meat that he brought home, because he's lazy. You see? So it says the sluggard will not plow by reason of the cold. All right, so these other Israelites, man, they have a reason, all right, or they think they have a reason to not go out. All right, it's too hot, it's too cold, the weather's too perfect. All right, they always have a reason to not go out, man. Meanwhile, you have men at Great Millstone that are constantly going out, constantly putting up videos. You have Elder Apostle Tahar that puts up about 4 to 5 videos a day, and they're edifying videos, man. You see? So a slothful man, someone that's a sluggard, he's just gonna make up excuses. Oh man, I couldn't, I couldn't do this because of this, and I couldn't do this or do that because of this. Sometimes you do run into certain problems. All right, but when it becomes the norm, you gotta snap out of that shit, man. You gotta pray to Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. You gotta fast. You gotta try and come up with these answers, man. Because being in this truth, you shouldn't want to just sleep on this truth. Being in this truth, all right, means that you're gonna be working for Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. And working for Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai isn't necessarily, something that just anybody can do. It's only something that the elect are going to be able to do, man. So the sluggard will always plow, man. All right, he will always not plow, Salakia. He will always not plow by reason of cold or some other excuse. All right, it says, therefore shall he beg in harvest. And when is the harvest? Right now. All right, right now is the harvest, man. Right now is when the righteous men are waking up. Right now is when, like Yahweh Shai said, you say that the harvest comes in, how do you say, like in the next month or so, or something like that. And he said, but look around, I tell you now that now is the right time for harvest. And he was talking about the people. He wasn't talking about the crops. He wasn't talking about the fruit. He was talking about the fruit of the Spirit, you know? So therefore shall he beg and harvest and have nothing. All right? So right now they're playing games. That's all they're doing. Playing games with this truth, man. And when it comes to show, all right, when push comes to shove and everything gets worse, and you realize that these things that we've been talking about and been so serious about is coming to pass, what these people are going to do is they're going to run back and try to take that oil. And guess what's going to happen? They're going to be denied, man. You know? By the Father. They're going to be denied. You know? So I'll come back to this one. And let me get Acts chapter 9 and verse 62. Oops, it wasn't Acts 9. It was Luke 9. It's a lock. Alright, let's go to the book of Luke. Luke chapter 9. Verse 62. And it says, and Yahushua said unto him, no man having put his hand to the plow. You see? So Proverbs, book of Proverbs chapter 20 and verse 4 said, all right, the sluggard does not plow for a reason of the cold. You know? That's an excuse of the sluggard, man. I'm not going to go to work because it's cold today. And you have people that are actually like that in your day-to-day job, man. You know? It's too cold today, man. I don't want to go to work. You know? It's too hot today. I don't want to go to work today. You know? So in Luke 9 and 62, and Yahushua said unto him, no man, all right, no man, having put his hand to the plow, that means doing the work of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. All right, no man that came into this truth and looking back is fit for the kingdom of heaven. All right, and that word looking back is actually going back, man. You know? So somebody that reminisces and says, man, you know, before this truth, everything was good for me and everything was cool and, you know, I had a good life. All right, and you try to go back, you're not fit for the kingdom of heaven, man. You know, you're gonna have wicked thoughts, and that's understandable. You know, but when you go back into the world, man, it's gonna be something terrible on you, and it may not seem like it. You know, but to the ones that are in the truth, they know. They know that even though it looks like you're living a good life again, even though it looks like, you know, you're free and you can do whatever you want, we know the truth. And we know that in reality, you're damned, man. You know, your damnation is hell, which is destruction, which is the ICBM missiles, you know, coming straight to America, which is Babylon. There is no salvation for those people, man. And it sucks, you know. It sucks because we know that there is no salvation for those people, because they're not fit for the kingdom of heaven, man. So if you don't move with that fear, if you don't move with that readiness of mind, all right, to follow after Yahweh Shem Yahushai, all right, then we know you're probably going to be, all right, eating a missile. You know? And I say that honestly, man. You know, I'm not trying to exalt myself or anybody else at that. You know, we just speak the truth straight from the scriptures. See? So if you come into this truth, or you've heard this truth, and you don't take any action, all right, what you're going to see is damnation, man. Where is that? The book of James chapter 2? James chapter 2 and verse 14, what doth it profit, my brethren, though a man say he hath faith and have no works? Can faith save him? All right. So can that faith that you have in Yahweh Hashem Yahushai save you if you have no works? All right. So verse 15, if a brother or sister be naked and destitute of daily food, and one of you say unto them, depart in peace, be ye warmed and filled. Oh man, that scripture right there reminds me of Christians, man. You know, to the T. You know, you'll be over there struggling, all right, trying to make ends meet, and these Christians, man, they'll look at you and let's pray for brother so and so, and you know, may God fill his stomach with food and his house with toilet paper. God damn, man. You know? That explains them to the T, man. You know? And on the contrary, you have brothers in this truth, man, that are actually there for each other. You know? Anything you need. You see? And that's what verse 15 is going into, man. So in verse 16 it says, and one of you say unto them, depart in peace, and be ye warmed and filled. Notwithstanding, ye give them not those things which are needful to the body. What doth it profit? All right? So if you just say you have faith, man, in Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, but yet you don't have the food to show for, all right? You don't have the rightful things to show for, then what good is it for the body of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai? You're just crowding up space, man. You know? You can say you have faith all day, but if you don't have the works, then it's dead. It's nothing. You see? It says, verse 17, even so faith, all right, if it hath not works, is dead being alone. You see? So when you come into this truth, man, you have to show forth works. All right? And if you're new in this truth, then your works may not be going out. You know? Your works may not be Salakia. Your works may not be, you know, putting up videos, but your works can be, all right, being revolved around Proverbs, you know, being revolved around words, scriptures, being revolved around, you know, this truth, you know, being revolved around videos that brothers put up, you know, that could be your works, man. And then when it comes to a certain age, you know, Yahweh Hashem Yahushai will put it in your spirit, the spirit of fear, to go out, you know, and teach what you've learned. You see? That's how faith works, man. Faith brings forth works. You know? Faith is a big factor in this truth, man. You know? Even though some brothers may have more faith than others, and that's written in the scriptures, you know, even though that's possible, but still that small amount of faith that you have, all right, that small amount of faith that you have is actually really, really big. It's a lot of faith, you know, to be able to break down scriptures, to be able to keep the law, statutes, and commandments, to follow after Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, to believe in the words that the prophets are speaking. That's actually a lot, man. That little bit that you've been given is actually a whole lot more than anybody else has that is not in this truth. All right? That little bit that you've been given is actually a whole lot more than anybody else has that is not in this truth, man. You know? That little bit of faith is going to allow you to keep the law, statutes, and commandments. Why? Because you know what righteousness is. All right? And you know that without faith, you're not going to be saved. But also without works, you're not going to be saved. So the works and the faith come in together. You see? So verse 18 says, yea, a man may say, thou hast faith, and I have works. Show me thy faith without thy works, and I will show thee my faith by my works. You know? So go up to somebody that says they believe in Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, that doesn't go out to the highways and byways, that doesn't like to read, that doesn't like to study, that doesn't like to revolve themselves around the proverbs of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. Show them to show you your faith. You know? And then you ask a brother at Great Millstone, you ask Elder Apostle Tahar to show you his faith. He can date back all the way to 2009, man. You know? He can date back way before 2009. You know? Showing you works and works and works and videos and breakdowns and going through scriptures and breaking down scriptures. He has works. You know? Our teachers, our elders, they have works. You know? But again, it's not just about see, there's fine lines, man. Because it's not just about posting up videos. Because if your videos are not true, then you made your videos in vain. You know? You have people at IUIC that make videos. Alright, but the videos they make is foolish, man. It's a bunch of foolishness. Saying that you can have sex in a Sabbath day. When that's not true. You cannot have sex on a Sabbath day. Alright? You cannot have sex on a Sabbath day. You see? But they say it's okay. You should not take the RFID chip, which is the mark of the beast, but they say it's okay. You know? They say it's not the mark of the beast, so you can take it, which is foolishness. You know? So there's fine lines in this truth, man. And some of those fine lines are blurred lines, all right? And you have to be able to distinguish what is what. You know? So you have to have your works. You have to have the faith. You know? And if you have the faith in this truth, you're going to grow. Like it says in 1 Corinthians chapter 3. You know, I have planted, Apollo has watered, but it was the Most High that gave the increase. So therefore, neither is it him that planteth or him that watereth anything, but of the Most High that giveth the increase. You know, so it's up to the Most High if he wants to increase you, man. That really is just the bottom line. If the Most High likes you, if the Most High wants you, he'll give you an increase. You know? And he may even give you an increase to a certain point, and then from there he's going to decrease you. It's just up to whatever the Most High pleases. And we know that his will is good. You know? So it says, verse 19, thou believest that there is one God, thou doest well. The devils also believe and tremble. But wilt thou know, O vain man, that faith without works is dead? So you have to show your works. All right? Show me your faith, man. Like scriptures say, don't let love be without dissimulation. All right? So don't hide your love. Don't just proclaim you love, and then hide it. You have to go out there and teach. And not just teach anything. You have to go out there and teach the true doctrine of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. You see? So it's a lot of things that come into play. So the next one I want to get is 2 Timothy chapter 4. And I'm going to start off at verse 1. I charge thee therefore before the Most High and the Lord Yahweh Shai HaMashiach, who shall judge the quick and the dead at his appearing in and his kingdom. Preach the word. You see that? Preach the word. Be instant in season, out of season. All right. So if it's cold, if it's hot, whatever type of weather it is out there, man, you got to preach this word. All right. Reprove, rebuke, exhort with all long suffering and doctrine. You see? So you have to have the correct doctrine. It says, for the time will come when they will not endure sound doctrine, but after their own lusts shall they heap to themselves teachers having itchy ears, All right, because they don't want to hear this truth. They'll go run to somebody that doesn't have the truth, and they'll listen to them. And that's something that Israel has always done. They've always hated the true words that the prophets have spoken, all right, by the spirit and power of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, and they go and listen to fake prophets. And then they point at the true prophets, calling them fake prophets, mocking them, scoffing them. It's always happened, man. History repeats itself all the time, It says, and they shall turn away their ears from the truth, and shall be turned into fables. But watch thou in all things, endure affliction, do the work of an evangelist, make full proof of thy ministry. You see? Make full proof of thy ministry. What was the other one? 1 Corinthians 14. 1 Corinthians 14, and actually, let me start off at verse 1. Follow after charity and desire spiritual gifts. All right? So charity, right now is the time for charity, man. Right now is the time for charity. If you're a brother, right now is the time for charity. Helping each other out, It says, and desire spiritual gifts, and that's right around the corner too. It says, but rather that ye may prophesy. All right? So you have to covet to prophesying, man. That's something that is just given unto us. And it's a beautiful thing because it's not given to any nation. It's not given to just anybody. All right? So if it's given to you, you should take it up like a spiritual gift, man. Because it is. It is a spiritual gift. So now from there, let me go back to 1 Timothy, what was it? 4? Nope. 1 Timothy chapter 1. No, it was 4. Salaki. 1 Timothy chapter Salakia. 2 Timothy 4 and 1. I charge thee therefore before the Most High and the Lord Yahushua HaMashiach, who shall judge the quick and the dead at his appearing and in his kingdom. Preach the word, be instant in season, out of season, reprove, rebuke, exhort with all long suffering and doctrine. All right, so with the scriptures, that's what we filter everything we do. All right, we filter it through the scriptures. It says, for the time will come when they will not endure sound doctrine, but after their own lust shall they heap to themselves teacher having itchy ears. And they shall turn away their ears from the truth, and shall be turned unto fables. But watch thou in all things, endure affliction, do the work of an evangelist, make full proof of thy ministry. You see? So you have to show that proof, man. So let me go to Matthew 25, and I'm just going to read the parable of the 10 virgins, because I believe I brought this up, if not yesterday, then 2 days ago, or 2 nights ago. I brought it up, all right, and today I wanted to actually go into it a little bit because it actually ties in with that book of Proverbs, It says, Matthew 25 and 1, then shall the kingdom of heaven be likened unto 10 virgins, which took their lamps and went to meet the bridegroom. All right, and we know that the bridegroom is Yahushai, and the bride is the elect of Israel. All right, it says, and 5 of them were wise, and 5 were foolish. You see? So if you're not running with Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, you're running against him, you're foolish, man. That's a foolish thing to do. Let's look up that word foolish, actually. Let's see. Foolish. Resulting from or showing a lack of sense. All right? Ill-considered, unwise. You see that? So the wise men are the ones that follow Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. The unwise men are the ones that don't follow Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. Why? Because you follow death. All right? You hate your lives if you don't follow Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. You know? You're actually hating yourself, man. You hate truth. You hate Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. All right? If you don't follow this truth. You know? It says a foolish action, a foolish speech, lacking forethought or caution, trifling, insignificant, or paltry. You know? And that's what you're seen as, man. You're seen as insignificant. All right? If you're not the elect, all right, if you're not that great multitude, then you are insignificant, man. You know? You're going to be considered insignificant. And like scriptures say, they shall be as sparks amongst the stubble. You know? Which really can be talking about the ICBMs. You know? The missiles. Sparks amongst the stubble. But also in Daniel 12, it tells you how, you know, those that are with wisdom are going to be as the stars, man. You know? They're going to be bright. They're going to be light. You know? So if you're not with Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, you're foolish, man. It's a foolish thing to accept, you know, to want to die on purpose and to want to live forever. All right? You can't tell me that that's something smart. All right? If you were given a choice between living forever and having everything you ever wanted, all right, being righteous and being a good person for the rest of your life, or seeing death, no one's going to say, oh yeah, that's what I want. I want death. I want to see death. You know? No one's going to say that, man. All right? And if you do, then you're double stupid. You know? But by you not accepting this truth, or by you not considering this truth to be as grievous as it is, and by grievous I mean something, you know, serious, then that's a foolish thing, man. You know? And like it says in the book of Luke, those that are not with me, all right, are against me, and those that gather not with me scattereth. You know? So Yahweh Shai said, those that would not that I should rule over them, bring them before me and slay them. You know? So if you want to choose death, man, that's a foolish thing. You know? So in verse 3, it says, they that were foolish took their lamps and took no oil with them. All right? So they were carrying their faith, and they had no works to back it up, man. They had no works. But the wise took oil in their vessels with their lamps. All right? The wise men actually did what they were supposed to do. You see? It says, while the bridegroom tarried, they all slumbered and slept. All right? And right now is a time that we think that the bridegroom is tarrying, man. It seems like he's been gone for a long time. All right? Though he tarry, wait for it. All right? As the book of Habakkuk, I believe it says, though he tarry. Let me see. Let me see. Though he... I believe it was Habakkuk chapter 2. Let's see. Though he tarry, wait for it. Though he tarry, wait for it. Surely come, will not tarry. Yep, it was Habakkuk chapter 2 and verse 3. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come, it will not tarry. You see? And right here it says, while the bridegroom tarried, they all slumbered and slept. So it seemingly it looks like Yahweh Shai is taking a long time, man. But that's why the apostles would say, you know, to remember those things that were written of old, man. You know? For one day is as 1,000 with the Lord, and 1,000 is as a day. All right. So you can't hurry the Most High. You know what people say, you can't rush art. This is art. This is a beautiful picture that Yahweh Hashem Yahushai is painting. You can't rush him, man. All right. He's gonna do everything in his time. You see. It says, and at midnight there was a cry made, behold, the bridegroom cometh. Go ye out to meet him. Then all virgins arose and trimmed their lamps. And the foolish said to the wise, give us of your oil, for our lamps are gone out. All right. Now you want to start doing the works. Now you want to start showing that you're a man of the Lord, when it's going to be too late, man. You're going to be looking around trying to figure out how you can show Yahweh Hashem Yahushai that you're with him. And it's going to be too late, man. You know? It's going to be way too late. And pretty soon here, all right, we're seeing those times that it's going to be late. You know? Those late times are coming up, man. You know? So right now is the time. Right now. You know? Like people say, don't put off those things that you could do today for tomorrow. You know? It says, and the foolish said to the wise, give us of your oil, for our lamps are gone out. But the wise answered, saying, not so, lest there be not enough for us and you. But go ye rather to them that sell, and buy for yourselves. All right? So go out there and get it yourself, man. That's what we're going to tell you. You know? That's what's written in the scriptures. When that time comes and you try to beg us and, you know, beg the men of the Lord, beg the elect, Lord willing, I'm part of that number. All right? What they're going to tell you is, go out there and buy it. Go out there and do what you got to do to find it. But it's going to be too late. You know? Like it says in verse 10, and while they went to buy, the bridegroom came. And they that were ready went in with him to the marriage, and the door was shut. You see? So same thing that happened in the time of Noah. All right, when he shut that ark, the same thing is going to happen again. We've been warning y'all. We've been telling y'all. All right, the famine is coming. The famine is coming. All right, and the famine came, and now people want to start coming up. Which is not a bad thing, you know? But at the same time, you got to be sincere, man. You know? You have people that like to switch teams when it's convenient for them. And then if this dies down and nothing happens, what's going to happen? They're going to go back into the world. And then the next big thing is going to happen. And they're going to try and come back to the truth. And then if that dies down, they're going to go back into the world. And then when the last thing happens, it's going to be too late for them to continue. All right? Because when you fall out of this truth, man, all those righteous deeds that you've done in your life are going to be forgotten. All right? They're not going to be counted for anything. And that's written in the scriptures too. You know? So get it while you can. All right? And stay with it, man. Stick with it. You know? It says, afterwards came also the other virgins, saying, Lord, Lord, open to us. But he answered and said, verily I say unto you, I know you not. You see? And that's a terrible thing, man. That's a terrible thing to hear by the Most High, man. That's something terrible. You know? That the Most High doesn't know you. I don't know you. You know? That's a terrible thing, man. That's a terrible feeling. You know, when a parent disowns you, it's a bad feeling, man. But if the Most High disowns you, if Yahweh Shai disowns you, that's just, whew. Man, that's something heavy, man. So going back to Proverbs chapter 20 and verse 4, the sluggard will not plow by reason of the cold. Therefore shall he beg in harvest and have nothing. And we read it how Yahweh Shai said, I do not know you. I know you not. So this whole time you're wasting time, man. You're wasting time. Get off your ass and go do the work. I hope that was edifying. And with that, I want to give all honor, glory, and praise unto Yahweh, Bahasham Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Rakakwadash. Double honors to our apostles and our elders, to our teachers. I say shalom.